Alright, what's going on? I don't know what's going on with me. How are y'all doing? Today's video is going to be all about my interior. Ever since I got the car, the interior's been, maybe not a lot of forwards, but the Mustang has been severely lacking in updates, mainly technology-wise, but also just feel, how everything is. Now 15, they did update the interior very well, I thought. It feels a lot more modern and luxurious, I guess you could say, with the, just by the looks of it, it looks way better. So this has been something I've been wanting to do ever since I really got the car and learned what Trufiber was, and some of y'all might cringe or gag at the name Trufiber, but I wanted to give it a shot. I don't think the sticker dash kits, you know, real carbon fiber, I'm sure of that, but I just don't like how they look. They look cheesy. It's just like this thick, epoxy looking adhesive with a thin layer of carbon. It then has like gaps and it doesn't wrap over anything. It's not for me. And then I could hydro dip, but then sometimes that doesn't look good because it's like curved or it doesn't cover everything. Or I just decided to get real carbon fiber, make it easy on myself, and you know, I can save parts, sell these, whatever, if I don't end up liking it. But I also got, I may be a hypocrite because I also got like carbon fiber wrap, but that's because I saw it in person, so I know how good it is. Anyway, I'm also going to take the chrome bezels that are around everything and make those just matte black because they shine light at me, and I don't like that. So that's the plan, is just interior updating. Oh, I also got shift boots. Those aren't here yet, but I'm going to start doing this. You'll see why, but I got Alcantara shift boots. Almost got a steering wheel, didn't. So if you have a company or you work for one or you know of one that you work with that does carbon fiber steering wheels, let me know. I'm very interested in a aftermarket carbon fiber steering wheel. Let me show you what all I got for this. I got the center console cover, and then also got the radio bezel piece. Those are the two pieces I got, and since they are nice and brand new, I decided I'll put some PPF on them. So I just got 3M PPF. I'll link it in the description. And then for the trim bezels, I just picked up some matte black vinyl sheets from, these have glitter on them, from Michael's there, you know, 1 square foot for $2. And then, you know, we got lanyards, another lanyard. Right now I'll just focus on putting some PPF, and if you don't want to do this, that's fine. I just figured I'm gonna scratch it, or I just want to protect it. So even if this isn't the highest quality PPF, you gotta think these are interior pieces. They're not getting rained on or snow or sand or anything. They're just getting handprints on, so it doesn't have to be all that great. It just has to be an extra layer. So the floor wasn't working, and I also think I put too much lubricant on this because it's still wet and it shouldn't be. I'm just using Windex, but we're just gonna move on to this. I still have enough to redo that, but I'm gonna do a lot less Windex here and see how that goes. So this is way more complicated. I thought that'd be easy, and that's turning out to be hard. So who knows, maybe we just don't do this at all and it's just a waste, but I'm gonna try anyway. Alright, I am giving up. I'm calling it quits. This is way too hard. Also, this is my first time, so you know. Look at all those bubbles. And this piece is even worse. And then we get to this part. Now, I don't know if it's the film. I'm gonna assume it's me because I've never done this. I thought it'd be a whole lot easier on this piece at least, but I knew this part would be a little challenging. Maybe I shouldn't do Windex. I'll probably just end up ceramic coating these. Maybe that's what I should have done from the beginning, but this is hard. So props to wrappers out there. That was a waste of an Amazon purchase, but I didn't know. And I've tried, I got a heat gun, and that didn't get anything out. Calling it quits. I spent 4 hours trying to do this. And like some pieces just won't stick, like this piece right here, it won't ever stay down. Heat won't do it, nothing. However, where it is smooth, let me see if I can find the spots. Like right here. It's pretty decent. That's only when it's smooth. Aside from me not being able to wrap and put on PPF on some simple item, I don't know, maybe it's not simple, I've never done it, but we can go ahead and start prepping this for switching it out. They're supposed to come today, they were supposed to come yesterday, but now they're really coming today, so the boots should be here later today. So I figured might as well get everything torn apart so I can just slap it in later tonight, because it's like 40 degrees right now. Congrats, you might wear a shirt and shorts in this weather and flip-flops. I don't care. I'm cold. I've taken my center console apart before, so this should be easy, but we also have to reuse the little shifter bezel and wrap that in matte black as well. So I got some detail brushes and we'll vacuum out all the little crumbs and nooks and crannies of that. Haven't taken the radio bezel off. We'll see how that is. I'm sure it's like 2 screws, and this isn't a tutorial. Well, it kind of is, but it's not, because I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to show you because I know how to do it. Let's tear it apart. Car's dead. It had like enough juice for one unlock, I guess, which is good. It won't turn over. Radio doesn't even come on. I'll put my charger on it. That means the Blue Ghost module does draw power, and after like a couple days it's gonna be dead. So I may go ahead and install that kill switch. I don't know. If you've done something like that, let me know. I'm not the best at schematics, but I can wire. So I just got a detailing pack on Amazon. Little, you know, a little bit of everything. We're just gonna paint away the dust. I got my little interior extension hose. This will be a little bit weird filming because I'm on the big camera. I'm trying to get away from the GoPro look. Love the GoPro, but I want to do more like cinematic stuff, so I'm looking at a new mirrorless setup. Anyway, gonna try to use the big camera more to see how I like it. First step of doing this is to remove your shift knob, because that will get in the way when you flip it up. Got our Allen key from MGW. Let's do it. And then just to remove it, you just gotta like pull up on it. It sounds stupid and easy, and it is. It requires some force though, and it's also cold, so excuses. After that, you're gonna want to unclip this button and then push it out. I'm sure you're smart enough to see what's attached and then to undo it. The only things we'll be transferring are this chrome ring right around here, so we'll have to be careful taking that off because it can break pretty easily. And the buttons. These buttons just pop out. Oh, you'll also need the cup holder. That's kind of a given. There are a bunch of clips right here, so we'll have to be careful taking those off. So I'll go ahead and unscrew this, Allen keys or Torx bits, one of the two. And I will also vacuum some of this crap out because it's pretty crusty in here, not gonna lie. Alright, we got our, this was actually pretty easy to take off except for one. I'll show you that. And we also got our cup holder off. It's just an Allen wrench, Allen key, whatever you want to call it. Bezel's still on here. This little tab right here on this side, well, it's the hardest one because you can't put a finger there. It's actually, you can just use your fingers to lift it off, but I had to get like a flathead and pry underneath and pop it up. Fair warning. So I am stuck right now because I don't know if these little black things just pop up or not. Hang on, I gotta look this up. So looking at this, and yeah, it's still poorly wrapped. I'm gonna take it off, don't worry. There is nothing at the bottom to attach it to. So you have to use 3M tape, which I'm not excited about. If I knew that, I don't know if I'd buy this. I'd probably try wrapping it first. And you will have to transfer all the little, there's a couple of like clips. Let me just try fitting this in and we'll see what happens. Oh, is that the mailman? Oh, it is the mailman. Also, we forgot to take the boot off earlier, but push up on these tabs right here. There's 4 locking ones. So the smaller ones you want to pinch and squeeze and then push up. But what I did is I just pulled it from the back and just pulled up, and that was good enough. So that's that. The mailman just went by. we're getting our stuff now. What I plan on doing with all these little, I'm gonna call them plastic rivets because that's what they are. You have to drill them out to get them off. There's no easy way off. I'm gonna make like a little, either like a flathead type deal or a Phillips head, and get some pliers and squeeze them together and just lift them off instead of, you know, deleting them permanently. So that way I can always go back to putting this on, and then I could spread it apart and put a dab of adhesive or something, because it looks like this isn't designed to be taken off. If you're doing this, I would advise you just buy a new bezel. I'm sure they're not that much. I don't think ahead, and I don't have time to wait another week, which, you know, it says 2 days, but who knows. I have to do it the hard way. Oh, and then we'll apply with 3M, so, you know, wipe it all down with alcohol and put it on. All right, we got a Dremel. You can use a drill. We'll start with the flathead style and see if that's enough to get it off, and if not, then we'll move to the Phillips head style. Also, make sure you're wearing glasses. You only have one set of eyes. Let's see if just flathead style cut will work. It just kind of came apart, so I guess save the time and just drill them out like you would any other rivets. Yep, this will be fun putting back to stock. There it is. It's dirty. I gotta clean that up. Maybe in the sink, but anyway, let's clean this up. We'll go inside and transfer everything in the heat so it's not so cold. Alright, so this whole PPF thing was a waste and a failure. I'm not cut out for wrapping. We're gonna peel it off. It's all pretty much trash. We're going to ceramic coat it instead. If you didn't see my video of ceramic coating my car and how that held up, it'll be right here. I just got finished applying 2 coats, decided double than what my car did, see how long that lasts, but did both of them at the same time, thought it'd be easy. So now they're nice, they're really smooth. Yeah, while that's drying, I'll wash the bezel and the mail lady came. We got our shift boot and our parking brake boot. This one I can go ahead and install. This one, I need to wait. Got this all cleaned up. Gotta wipe it down with alcohol. And then we'll take one of our sheets, like so, and we'll trace it out, and then we'll apply it. Hopefully this isn't as hard as the carbon fiber stuff. Alright, so here is the shift boot installed into the shift bezel. It feels way better than leather. Way better than leather. And it's like hard right here, so I'll put 3M tape around the edge. 3M tape, well, we only need it in one place. That's pretty cool. You can kind of see the tape. There's a gap. I don't know if this is warped. I've heard horror stories of it being warped, and they had to take a heat gun and heat the resin up a little bit and then flatten it, or like this back here was tweaked or something. I don't know, or this was. So let's put the cup holder on. Here is the finished piece, I guess you can call it. All we have to do now is just install it. So that was loud. Got the cup holder, got the shift boot, and I guess the 3M is fine. Just, you know, press it pretty well. And yeah, don't install the cup holder first, because it actually, if you're putting it like this, it sits over the shift boot bezel, and I guess it keeps it a little secure, but you want to do the shift boot first and then the cup holder. Looks pretty good. Now we'll go throw it in along with the radio bezel. It's 9 or 10, whatever time it is now. Battery's still super dead, so I'll try jumping it tomorrow. I don't want to do all that tonight. But I guess my battery charger doesn't work. This install is going to be a little bit dark, if you will. Yeah, I don't know how to show you with this radio bezel, because all we're doing is taking it out and putting it in. So it looks like there's 4 screws. That one's not drilled through. What the heck? And a couple clips we have to transfer. And then there's 2 screws. Yeah, the screws are 7mm. I know that. There's not a whole lot of how to switch out the electronics, stock electronics anyway. So I'm gonna try to show you that, because one guy pulled it out and then all he was doing was replacing the head unit, which I'm not doing. I'm just replacing the plastic piece. So I'll take it apart and I'll let you know what the dealio is. So I got it off. All you really need to do is like pull it out. You're gonna need a pry tool for this. Mine looks like this. It's metal. You probably want a plastic one for interior stuff, but gotta work with what you have. Speaking of working what you have, so this is all like one piece. All right, there's 11 screws in here that you need to take out. It's a Torx bit. I don't have Torx bits, so a 2mm Allen wrench will pretty much slot up perfectly for this. Now on the Trufiber one, there's only 4 mounting points, it looks like. So what I'm going to do with the other 7 screws, put them back in here, because I might trade out this bezel or, you know, put this back. I don't know what I'm going to do in the future. So I want to keep these screws in a place where I'll know, and where I know is on it. So I'll just get the 4 that I need and put the rest back. So there are way more screws than I thought. Also, not all of them will fit 2mm, but I did find this rusty Torx bit that just so happens to be the size. So, you know, I guess I'm lucky that way. All right, so here's the bottom. Here's the top. There is 1 here, 1 there, 2 in the middle, 2 right there, 2 right there. So there's 4 in this little section. 1 here, 1 there, and then 3 at the bottom, and there's also 1 here. So there's a total of 15 screws here. So make sure you keep track of them. Again, you're only going to use 4, which is kind of weird because there's 15 and we're going to 4. Seems like it's going to rattle. Who am I to say? So after that, it just, you know, falls right out. So be careful if you are flipping it over. You know, if you want to dust it or clean it, now's a good time. And then we're also going to transfer over this. So you'll pop those out with pliers and you'll put them on the new, what's this black part that the yellow clip is on? Is that just like a mount? Transfer these over in the same spot. Okay, so you see how the buttons fit? They're not flush, they're a little bit extruded, I guess you could call it. They sit above the piece of plastic. The Trufiber doesn't do that. They're more in. Now obviously this isn't screwed in, but that's where it's resting on the mount. So I'll screw it in, see if it changes, and if not, I'm not too sure about all this. Alright, here's a major issue. Well, this one's not even drilled through. That one's drilled through. So let's put a screw in it. Oh look, the screw falls right through. How am I supposed to screw it in if the screw just falls right through it with nothing on there? Like the hole's too big. I might have to wait on this and call somebody and get this straightened out, because I might just return both pieces, and worst case, I fill and drill a new hole. Alright, so I went to Lowe's and I got a pack of screws. So the screw on the left, that's what came with the radio bezel, and the screw on the right is what I got. This looks to be standard number 6 by 1/4. I opted for number 6 still, but 5/8. You could go 1/2 inch if you wanted to, if you had those lying around. I looked at CJ Pony Parts, which is where I bought it, and a guy said he used the 5/8 and that worked. And sure enough, so that is the 5/8 screw, and it's pretty dang close to the bottom, so you will have to buy screws. And that is one of the sides, so you know, it's pretty close to the end. There is one more step to do, and that is to transfer these yellow clips. On the center console, we have to transfer these 3 metal clips. There's 5 metal clips. I'll go ahead and do that, and then time to install. Alright, so here we are with the parts. We're going to install them, so just make sure to plug everything back in. And basically you just push it in, and there's only 2 screws here. Do everything in reverse that was done at the beginning of this video, and I'll show you the finished results. Alright, and here it is fully installed. But I'll come back tomorrow in the daytime, pull it out, and I'll show y'all how it looks in daylight. My only complaint, also the dash is a separate video, that'll be tomorrow's video. My only complaint with the fitment on these is some of the knobs are a little tighter. They feel more stuck than usual. It's just kind of random which ones are good and not, and some of the buttons stick. The buttons that stick the worst are this one, like it seems like this hole, it goes down at an angle. It's almost like that angle is too sharp, like it needs to be more straight, because it's not flush, clearly not flush. When I go to press the buttons in, they just go down and they don't return, so I have to like wiggle it some and finesse it. So now it's like, it just sticks up, so they all like return back to normal. But fitment isn't 100%, but you know, with carbon, it never really is. It's always, or fiberglass for that matter, it's not really perfect because it's all hand done. The plastic one that was on here before is, you know, probably injection molded, something extruded maybe. So that one's gonna be perfect because it's the same mold every time. And even though these are going off a mold, there is a lot of variability. And it's also like, there's some movement, like it doesn't stay down all the way. Maybe that's operator error, I doubt it, because it just slides in and, you know, you slap it down. The Alcantara, on the other hand, it's a big upgrade for me. It feels good, it looks really good, it looks a lot classier. It just looks more inviting, if that makes sense. And if you have an MGW shifter, it'll work pretty perfect with the shifter. You just gotta not run this big donut thing, which is what I was doing. I think I only have like 2 of the rubber washers under here. So like right there's the top of the gold shift thing, and then it starts the threaded post. Pretty happy with this. Next interior is the door insert. I'm also making those suede. Maybe one day if I get a nicer steering wheel, because this one's getting a little worn, I'll put white stitching on that. So that's that.